Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lex Talk World Talk Show, presented by Clickaway Creators. Today, we have Mr. Sachin Kalra with us. He is Deputy General Counsel, HT Media Group. He specializes in corporate law and intellectual property rights. He says his career is and will always be a means of learning and exploring the unconventional. Very warm welcome, Mr. Kalra. We are pleased to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Mr. Kalra, starting with a quick introduction, we would like to understand, and if you can please help us and brief us about your professional and personal background a little bit, please.
Thanks all, and hi everyone. If I give you a brief background of my professional personal career, uh, professionally I am heading deputy ST Media legal group legal function for few other divisions of ST Media. Right now, around 20 plus, 18 plus of years experience in the legal industry now. Worked with multiple companies in India, Bharti Group, Samsung, Vodafone India, and being into a practicing lawyer also for a couple of years, and started my career as a faculty of law with the college which I studied, and I completed my master's in Pune. Wonderful journey it has been, which I can say you learned a lot. On a personal side, I belong to a small town in India, and from the small town, I've gone to all cities of India now. So changes have come to life. Multiple changes I've seen from the basics to the needy people, also to the people on high skills also. That's the scenario. That's my profile right now, and as per my current profile, I'm heading. Radio Division, Shine, Education, ST Studio, IPR Portfolio, Strategic Alliance, and part of print and digital media of the group. This is my small background.
Thank you so much for briefing us on your professional and personal journey, Mr. Kalra. Next, I would like to understand, since you have been working with a lot of industries, you have been with insurance, retail, media, consumer durable, and telecom. Can you please help us understand what are the challenges that you had to face amongst these different industries, and how do you consider them same?
So if I say you the legal industry, basically people don't want to jump from one industry to other industry. They want to continue in the same industry because they're comfortable on the zone. I personally feel working with one industry 3 years, you learn a lot. Then you need to know something more. My keen towards learn and take me to the journey of jumping on from one industry to the other. The challenges definitely are there. The person has to cope up with the related as a legal person need to know the compliances and legal part. Typical laws are also there, like media. Some media laws are there. Similarly, the food safety companies have food FSI, legal metrology, different laws. Those laws, insurance as insurance law, those laws which makes you means you have to be prepared with that that the scenario will come to you, and those learnings basically of yours with different industry gives you a multiple rounds of better advantage, which I personally feel people are not going out of the comfort. Don't think so they are learning much. They stick to those things, but this makes me learning a lot. Challenges definitely are there. Initial 1 year, every industry you face some challenges towards the laws, towards the regulations. Like insurance, there are regulatory issues. Media, there are different issues of defamation or other issues. So challenges are there, but as a man, as a substance, this gives you a lucrative thing to work multiple times, and this makes you busy always to work hard. That was the I personally feel how I want. I love to work with this scenario to make with changes in the life, and the changes gives you a better opportunities, and you make you a better leader also, and strategic player also. Like if I give you a few examples, the work that might have done in Vodafone telecom times helps me in the time media time also. So those linking which makes me a much better person and much better professional also.
I think I completely agree with you on that. When we work with different industries, different teams, different human beings around us, we kind of develop ourselves into different dimensions. And that,
Yes.
as you rightly said, they make us a better person and a better professional at the same time.
Yeah.
Since you have been working with all of these, what are those three best practices that you will recommend to our young legal professionals?
So the basic thing which I personally feel the young professional today is missing is this, which I feel. So I have seen multiple people working with me in a young generation also. The courage basically, they should be true to themselves only. What they're doing, whether they are doing best of theirs. The other thing which I personally feel, the second thing, they should say just to work. Many people, many young generation people say no to this work. That's what they are not creating that leverage which they want to have. They want to be confined with those things which they want to do. But circumstances or scenarios keep on changing. So I personally feel I started as a litigation, as a teacher, then a litigation lawyer, then into corporate world. Never say no gives me upper hand always, because I take opportunity, work as an opportunity, and whatever work is there on a professional side, I take it as a lead and I complete it and then say yes, I have done it. So that's my learning also. So this one two things which I personally feel young professionals need to work on. And the third thing that they should be committed to their working, stick to the commitments, and they give their best. What I feel, if I personally say, I interviewed a few guys few days back, not in this particular company. The person first question was, what is the remuneration you're going to pay me?
Mhm.
So as a lawyer, I can personally feel that I worked as a lawyer when I started as a litigation lawyer. I worked under senior counsels. So started with zero money. The money is zero. We went into a multiple lakhs of monies later on. But the approach which is changing is a different approach. I know the money is one of the basic thing which is required. A stipend is a basic thing, but those things are to be kept side when you are learning basically. Money will follow you when you are the expert. That's what comes in. And in the legal field, no one is expert, however, but the field, whatever you're choosing up, you're going to be expert that way. These three things which I feel the young lawyers need to learn, the basic thing.
I completely agree with you on this. Yes. So first, when you said that a lot of young professionals have this "why me" thing, when they're learning, so this shouldn't be there, and I completely agree with you on that. And as you rightly said, money will follow you if you have learned the basics right, and if you have said the basics right.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely correct. Moving on. And now let's talk about a little bit about the business. When it comes to the business, what are those three aspects of the business that you consider the most important?
So as a legal professional, I feel there are three aspects of the business which a lawyer should understand when he is an in-house or external lawyer. So one, he should understand the business in the sense sales and revenue, how it generates. He should learn the processes of business, how the processes are built in. One. Secondly, learn about he should also learn about the basically the customer relation or satisfaction, which is must required. As a lawyer, I have internal and external customers both. So uh, so I have to make them satisfied. The delightful customer will give you a delightful results also. Two things which is basic thing, plus the human relation which should continue as a person, which is must as a lawyer also. And keeping a human relation, then only you can be able to do your compliances, risk or legal fault to be worked upon. These three basic things are must for any person who is maybe a lawyer, external, internal, or a human being also. That is what three major things.
Absolutely right. And I think you covered them all very beautifully. You were able to stitch them together. And I'm sure the young legal professionals, as well as the business professionals, will be able to understand this quite deeply. Uh, Everyone has somebody who's really inspired them. And I'm also keen to know who has been your lighthouse beacon in the career.
So I personally feel there have been many people whom I admire as a lighthouse for me. And over and above, my positive approach and hard work is the one of the things which is there, which makes me lighthouse. That yes, I have to do and I have to work. The attitude to work is the best thing which I do. I feel, but people around me, I personally feel there are many people who in the industry whom I admire, or lawyers basically whom I admire. Uh, I don't want to name them, right? Because I don't want to hit the people who are good like that, or even if I like, I may not be able to name the person. But industry leaders are there whom I've been admiring, who are my guides and who have been mentoring me long. Today also, if I have need something, my mentors are always available. And whomso I have reported till now, is been mentoring me because I keep on learning from them every day. So mentoring is continued by the people for the people. That's the best part. And learning, you can learn from everything. I personally feel Even my son also, when he goes to a school and he comes back, he gives me a learning. If today, being the schools are closed, my son is going through a Zoom classes or classes on a Google. So there are multiple learnings which come to us which we have never learned about. Those things are learning only. Everything mentors you, but there are especially special leaders in the industry. Definitely, I'll name them when our future comes up.
Absolutely right. As someone rightly said, in the class of life, you're always a student.
Yeah.
So you can keep learning as long as you're alive, and that will always help you flourish. Moving on to the next one, I am also interested to talk about the issues, because everybody has some or the other issues. And if I'm talking about talking about your professional journey, so help us understand what kind of challenges that you're currently facing in the current setup. We know that COVID-19 has kind of impacted the entire globe. So what kind of challenges that you're facing right now? And as a legal professional, what sort of solutions do you envision to this in the future?
So definitely, this COVID-19 has been a challenging time to all people in industry or out of industry, basically. As an industry guy, there are a lot of challenges towards the business side. Revenues have gone down. Uh, we've been seeing that multiple companies been asking for termination, higher retrenchment, and there's a cut of salaries. This all going on. Basic thing which I see focusing on the point right now is technology is also playing a big role right now. So challenges towards a lawyer, which I face, there are technology. One is we are not savvy to technology. The old lawyers, basically, that's a technology deficit. That's how we're coping up. My team, I have been, if I you tell me, I've been keeping them busy with technology learnings, basically, and every week I myself personally, with the third party external counsel or myself also, try to give them some topic lecture which is initially available and give them a boost up of towards the work. Boosting the team is one of the basic challenges which everyone is facing nowadays. Because with this scenario, sitting at home, working from home, many team members are into depression situation also. There are situations which are going beyond the limits which is there. Plus, on the industry side, revenues have gone down. Definitely, business challenges are very high. We have to be liberal towards the business side, seeing the risk of the companies. We have to suggest the way forward, how to work on. As a lawyer, everyone, as a CEO, also the company looks to you and says that, give me a solution. So that's what solution orientation is required. And solution, when you can give only when, then you are have knowledge of that subject. So there are multiple issues on the part upon, but definitely I feel they will cope up with this situation soon as I feel another couple of months, and business will come back to the stage which we are. So these challenges are there. The challenges towards the leases are there. I see that. Why is the challenges? Because people are not able to use the offices. Rentals are high. So just to match their revenues, many offices to be left in many companies. Employment is a big issue now. Financials is a big issue. How to tackle with this conversation with multiple regulations coming up every day? I feel on a WhatsApp of mine, 40 to 50 notifications are there. So you have to cope up with this also. The notifications of all states, all government issues coming up together to the legal professional to come up with solutions. So business looks into you and ask you what is the solution for this. So you are defined to have give solutions on that. That's my part, which I play a role of mine, which is there. A challenging time, definitely for everyone. But see how it works upon. Recently, on a challenge side, I can give you approach that I, with the lawyers, was able to get an order from an injunction order, one of the only case of IPR been listed in 2 months. And I was able to get an interim injunction Delhi High Court. But there's no challenges, and after challenges also you're getting something. That's good. And it makes me, us, our entire team happy about that. That is.
Yes, absolutely. And I think when you made that point, when you talked about people working from home and feeling that depression, it is very important to keep your team's morale high. And by doing that, you can really do wonders and keep the team together, which is very important in a corporate life. So I think with this, I would like to thank you for taking out time and sharing your great insights with us. I'm sure this will be really helpful to a lot of legal professionals and a lot of young legal professionals who've just started their career but had to see COVID-19 coming up right at the front. So with this, I would like to thank you, Mr. Kalra, for sharing your sharing those great insights with us. We look forward to having a chat once again with you in the future on some other trending topics in the international legal industry. For our viewers to have more coming from industry leaders, please like, share, and subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel. And that's where you will get a lot of information from such legal industry leaders. Thank you so much for joining us.